Hey everybody, Laurent Truc here from MadX Capital. Wanted to put a little video together because a couple of days ago, Empire Flippers, who is the largest brokerage of online businesses, came out with their very first industry report. And there's a lot of great nuggets of information out there that I felt was important for us to learn about and for me to share. I'll put a link somewhere for the report so you guys can see it directly, but a couple of highlights. So first of all, Empire Flipper has been around for a very long time. Because they're the biggest and they've done more volumes than anybody else, they're actually the only ones sitting on any real large quantity of data where you can really understand metrics and make heads or tails of it. Between 2017 and 2018, they have sold 472 sites, which in and of itself, when you think about how many businesses get sold in the United States or in Canada or globally, that's not a lot, 472. But I think it really goes to show how early stages we are in this industry. And when you think about the number of brokerages that there are only about 15 maybe that are doing any sort of volumes of any meaningful amount. We are very early stages in this industry, which is exciting and offers a lot of opportunity, and anything you get into now I think will have some monumental growth over the next 5 years as more money comes into the space. So one of the things that we're always interested in is the multiple. And when you look at sites right now that are for sale, you look at different brokers and what they're putting out there, usually these sites are going for a 30 to 36x multiple. So whatever the profit is of the business times 36x is what it is selling for. So let's say the company makes $1,000 a month, the site makes $1,000 a month, the selling price would be $36,000. If it makes $10,000 a month, the selling price would be $360,000. And what the data is showing us, that even though those are list price, what Empire Flippers is saying is that that's not really what they're averaging. They average out at about 25x. So it was 2017 was 25.5x and 2018 was 25.7x. Not a major jump between the two. So very interesting for us to know, helps us when we negotiate for a deal. When we see that they're going for 36x, we know that the average is around 25, and then we can decide. Doesn't mean that we'll only go in for 25 or lower, but depending on the assets that are there, the processes and all that, we can make a better judgment call. A couple of other information that was interesting was the change in what is being sold. So in 2017, 54% of the sites that were sold were content sites. So these were sites that were doing either advertising or Amazon affiliate or AdWords or something like that, or they were generating leads for other companies. That was 54% of what was sold through Empire Flippers. The rest, 30% was e-commerce, and then other stuff. 16% was it was either Amazon Merc or digital downloads or some other kind of monetization method. In 2018, e-commerce outpaced content sites. So all of a sudden, 56% of the sites that were sold were e-commerce sites, most of those being Amazon FBA. And then only 37% were content site, and then only 6% were these other of Amazon Merc, digital downloads, and things like that. So really interesting to see how things have changed. They actually say that 2018 was the year of e-commerce, between Shopify growth, even Walmart getting into the game and getting some good traction. eBay was still a player, and then just the explosion of Amazon. So many people have gone into Amazon, created businesses, grew it to a certain degree, and then sold them off. And that was a big topic in 2018. It's very interesting to see what will happen in 2019. I'm feeling that the Amazon affiliate momentum has slowed down a bit. The ones that are selling are the massive brands, and people are looking for bigger brands. But a lot of insight actually in the document about where they're projecting 2019 to go. So very interesting. Take a look at the document. You'll also see the breakdown below that. So of the e-commerce sites or of the content sites, which ones have the highest multiple, which ones are selling the fastest. For example, e-commerce in 2018, the average site sold in 71 days. But on the content sites, they're going for about a 27x multiple. They were selling in under 22 days. So that's fantastic. Imagine you say, hey, I want to sell my business, and within a month you're able to sell it. that's a pretty quick turnaround. Compare that to real estate and things like that, depending on the locations that you're in. So hope this video helps. Have a look. If you have any questions or see some very interesting nuggets of information that you want to share, please send me a note. We'd love to hear it. And if you see any other information like this that would be valuable to myself or the rest of the organization, please send it as well. Thanks for listening. Talk soon.